There is more than one way to apply video effects to your media files in Vegas. You can apply the effect to a video clip before you even add it to your timeline. You can apply it to a clip or an event on your timeline. You can apply it to an entire video track at once, or you can apply it to your entire movie overall. And each one of these applications affects your video files just a little bit differently. As I said, you can apply an effect to a media file before it's even added to your movie. Now, the most common reason for doing this is to correct something in your media file. So for instance, if I had a shaky video, a handheld video, and I wanted to stabilize it, I wanted to take some of the shake out of that video, I can right-click and select the option for Media Effects. This is going to be the original media file itself that is going to be affected in our Project Media panel. And I can apply, for instance, the stabilizer to it. I can also do color correction. I can also sometimes add a special effect, or I can use color match to create a mood on this file. And I may have a whole series of files I want to give the same tint to there in my Project Media panel. And I would apply it, and once I apply it to my media file here in my Project Media panel, it becomes permanently attached to it in this project. So whenever I use this Project Media file, it's already going to have stabilize applied to it. It's already going to have color corrections or color adaptations made to it. And this is nice because the file is done. I don't have to put it on my timeline and then correct it once it's on my timeline. I can pre-apply it to the clip before I even add it to my timeline. More often, you're probably going to be adding a media effect to a file when it's on your timeline or to an event on your timeline. And to do that, you simply click on this button right here. This is your Event Effects button, and when I click on that, we open up our plugin chooser, which gives us a list of the various effects available in the program. By the way, this list of effects is exactly the same as the list right here. Now, the difference is these can be a little more intuitive. In other words, if I select, for instance, black and white, I can see what the effect is going to look like on each of the presets before I apply it. Right? So in other words, if I go down here to, say, wave, and I select this, I can see what it's going to look like when I apply it to my movie. So the effects are exactly the same, whether you drag them from here onto a clip on your timeline or onto an event on your timeline, or whether you select the option from the plugin chooser. I'm going to remove wave here by selecting it and then clicking Remove Plugin. You can also apply an effect to an entire track at once. So if, for instance, I select this video track down here and I click on this button right here, this is my track effects button, you see I have exactly the same options. I can select any one of these video effects and apply it to an entire track. So for instance, if I apply the old film effect here, right there, film effects, and I apply it to the track and I set it to one of the presets, low quality color film, you see that it now applies to every single video clip on that particular track. So there are some times when you want to apply your effect to an individual event. There are other times when you want to apply it across an entire track at once. I'm going to remove it from there. Select this, select the effect, and then click on the Remove Selected Plugin button. And now it's been removed from the track. Finally, you do have the option of applying an effect to an entire movie at once. And you can do that by going up here to the top of the preview screen and clicking this button here, Video Output Effects. We have exactly the same options to choose from our plugin chooser. Exactly the same effects are available, whether you apply them to an individual media event, to a track, or overall to your movie. Exactly the same options here. So for instance, if we've edited our entire movie and then we decide at the very end we'd like to make it look like a movie from 1908, we can select that option, and then here in our presets, select the option for a 1908 movie. And now our entire movie, the entire timeline, I'll close this, no matter where I place the playhead, the entire movie has that effect applied to it. Now, each method for adding a video effect has different results and affects how the individual media clips or events on your timeline behave in a different way. In most cases, you'll probably be adding your effects to the individual events on your timeline, but it's not the only way to do it, though, and there's some real benefits at times to adding your effects to a raw media clip in your Project Media panel, to an entire track, or to your whole movie at once.